Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for, this is going to be your June bonus reading, and we are just going to jump right in here. You have the strategy card. It says, becoming more strategic to succeed in the long term. Look at your current goals and imagine what obstacles may appear. You have this emotions card. It says, focused on your love life instead of getting work done. I actually think it's the opposite for you. I think you're more focused on work at this time, just in general. And, again, I do think that, focusing on work is going to be a good thing. You could be focusing on a past hurt here or something. I would say that it looks to me like you're having victories at this time, or you're about to have a victory, whichever it is. And I feel like this is saying, make sure that you don't let something from the past kind of get in the way of a victory, or, it doesn't even have to be from the past. It could just be, although it could be from the past, there you go. It could just be anything, basically. In your current general energies, you have the Ace of Swords. So this is just how you are coming into the Celtic Cross. And the Ace of Swords is a victory, of course. So I feel like you are coming in off of a victory, or that you're about to have some sort of victory in your life, and it could be a big win. I think, if you're making any big changes as well, like moving, traveling, changing jobs, something like that, I think that whatever that change is going to bring more balance into your life. The Ace of Swords is a card of balance, and it is a card of, kind of balancing your life out in some way. It can represent releasing one thing so that you can have something else. I'm pretty sure that your June reading, just the June reading in general, talked all about this. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that reading was all about needing to release something that is like a distraction, or needing to release something that's stealing your time, and needing to focus on more like what's important. I think it's time for Pisces to take bigger risks to win. And again, the funny thing is, here, Pisces, is that we go down to the Five of Swords. Personally, I like the Five of Swords in a lot of ways. Like, yeah, sure, it could represent a breakup or separation, but the guy at the front of the card is the winner. And I kind of get this feeling that some of you are winning on your own, or it's like you're doing something that is different with your life, and maybe other people can't see it, but I think you are showing up the winner. You have the Queen of Wands as your crossing energy. I really feel you have to be bold and assertive at this time, Pisces, and really make things happen and step up into that boss energy. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you. And I don't really, I don't feel anything here. I don't think this is something that's hurting you or helping you. I think it's more kind of saying you really have to go for it at this time, and you really have to be bold and assertive. Again, she uses this sunflower. The sunflower points towards the sun. So she is guided by her happiness. She is guided by things that bring her joy and fulfillment, and that's what she moves towards. So I think for a lot of you, this is encouraging you to embrace that energy. I also think that it's encouraging you to kind of live your truth. It's you have certain truths in life. You have certain things, and it's I think that Pisces has to, be the thing that they want to be. It's you actually have to show the world that you are walking the talk, right? And I feel that's what the Queen of Wands is talking about. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Five of Cups. This can represent regrets or sadness. We're going to clarify, by the way, this reading. I have a little bit of a time crunch. If you can't tell, my plants are gone. I'm moving. So again, I have a little bit of a time crunch right now, but what I would say is that I do feel that this is talking about being grateful for what you do have. The solution to the Five of Cups is to turn around and see these two cups right here, and then you get this bridge in the castle. So the Five of Cups is all about gratitude and being grateful for what you have, basically. And once you do that, you will be more successful. You'll be more happy. You'll have more of the things that you desire in your life and all that other good stuff. So I would just practice gratitude. In the area of your foundation, you have the Six of Wands. So being celebrated and having a win. I do feel there's some sort of big win coming in for you in June. It might even be at the end of May as well. I'm doing these readings closer to the end of May. So I think that for some of you, you could be having a victory. And, he's really sitting on his high horse here. It's almost like you have to embrace it. It's how some people are, some people don't want to speak about their accomplishments, for example, and things like that. And I think this is kind of saying that you need to, talk more about the things you've accomplished, or, you need to realize that your accomplishments are important and you should talk about them, right? Even if we go this way, up to the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is a really good card of financial independence, card of being able to take care of yourself, and a card of just being abundant in general. There's a lot more to it. We'll talk about it when we get there, but I feel like you are having some wins, and this is saying shine your light. In the past, you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords can be a never-ending nightmare. Nine of Swords can be, having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare. So I feel for some of you that, it does, maybe the past, 8 years or so, kind of feel like a never-ending nightmare, or feel like you've been just kind of on this hamster wheel of having to do things. I do think, like, in some ways I feel like the universe is kind of like poking you, and like saying there are certain things that you're still doing that are, that will remind you of that time. I think that there are certain habits maybe you developed, during this past, many years, right, where you were kind of stuck in a nightmare. And so, it's like I feel like this isn't complete your energy. The past energy is the energy you're moving past. But I feel like there are like little bits of kind of this energy of holding back, or, not being bold and assertive with the Queen of Wands, or, not speaking up and not sharing things, letting people talk over you, things like that. And I think it's time for Pisces to grow some teeth for sure. In the very near future, you have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, adventure. Again, I'm moving, so there you go. Like I said, I think a lot of Pisces are going on adventures right now. It doesn't have to be a move. It could be traveling, going on vacation, having a good time. Whatever it is, I think it'll be good for you. I also feel like you are in a time of building something. The Knight of Wands, to me, is the true builder in the tarot. So a lot of you could be, building new projects, building yourself up. You could be building on your health. Could be anything, but I really just kind of get that building energy with the Knight of Wands. You have the Five of Swords over the next few months, and the Five of Swords can represent walking away from things, but he's walking away the winner here. I do feel that you are, I kind of feel like Pisces cutoff game is strong now. It's like you are learning to walk away from things sooner, and you're trusting that inner voice. And I'm not talking about love here only. I'm talking about everything, and anything that could potentially be a waste of time, or anything that you don't really want to do. I think Pisces always gets into things that like they don't really want to do, or sometimes we kind of accept certain responsibilities that aren't even ours. And I think that you're cutting things off much sooner, because you realize that if you let things go on for too long, it turns into a Nine of Swords. It turns into a monster. So I kind of feel, do I feel good or bad about this? I don't feel anything. I am dead inside, Pisces. But what I would say is that I feel you kind of just are, it's more that you are paying attention. You realize things can turn into a monster over time, and you're cutting things off before, it gets too late. It's almost like you've learned the lesson that, if you stay in something too long and you don't leave, that it's actually more painful than just to leave something now and, get it done and over with. And so that's kind of the feeling I get on that Five of Swords. You have the moon in the area of your closest relationships. I think you need to pay attention to your relationships, even though you have that card that says, careful not to allow work to interfere with love, or the other way around. Again, I think that this is saying that you should be moving slower and trusting your intuition. It's not really bad that we have the moon here, because it's you showing up in a very strong position. So whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength, and it really allows you to get what you want from a reading. So I feel for a lot of you, this is kind of like you trusting your instincts. I think you need more balance in your relationships. There's like this wolf and this dog, or dog and coyote, whichever you prefer, I don't care. And, it kind of represents your wild side and your domestic side. And I see you kind of needing to, balance those two things out in you, right? So that you can have a successful relationship. And this also goes for other relationships as well. So for a lot of you, this could be partnerships and things like that. You have the Nine of Pentacles in the area of your future feelings, which is amazing. So I feel like you're feeling independent, like you can take care of yourself. Money looks good for sure. I think that you are improving your finances. I mean, this summer is really, really good for Pisces and finances. I've said this a bunch of times. So, anything you can do to improve your finances, or anything you can do to be more resourceful, would be a good idea. I also feel like you're getting paid for what you do. She has these grapes behind her, and those grapes kind of represent something that is difficult to grow. And so for a lot of you, I think that you have talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that could make you very successful. And it's like you are using those talents, gifts, skills, and abilities for success, which is a good thing. At the end here, you have the Six of Cups. So this is your outcome. Six of Cups is really good energy. Again, I don't think you're really thinking about the past or anything. Six of Cups is like a childlike, playful energy. And I feel that's where you will win right here with the Five of Swords, is being more in this like childlike, playful energy, being willing to explore the world, see how things go, ask a lot of questions, be curious, all that other stuff. I also do feel you could be attracting a soulmate here. We're going to clarify right now. Let's see what comes up. But, I don't really see love here necessarily, but Again, I kind of get a feeling that love could be coming up for you. So let's see. With the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords. This could be about speaking up, speaking your truth, sharing your inner voice, things like that. The Ace of Swords really is your truth. What is the truth for Pisces? And you have the Six of Wands here, the Five of Swords here. I kind of get this feeling that, of course, your truth is not anyone else's truth. But I think the challenge for Pisces, like the karma for Pisces when we come here to Earth, is that, Pisces needs to realize that, it's like maybe your ideas are better than anyone else's and other people just can't see it. And if they can't see it, too freaking bad. You have to go do it on your own here. So I kind of feel some of you, could be taking back control of like your life or a project or something you're working on. Could even be your career. You could be taking the lead with the Six of Wands here. And I think that you are kind of showing people how it's done. But you have to, I think you have to grow those teeth. And I think you have to say like, no, I do know better than you. I do know better what needs to happen in this situation. It's like, yeah, people aren't going to like it. The whole point of the Six of Wands is that this person back here is meant to look jealous. And the whole point is that you're on your high horse. It's like you've earned your right to be on that high horse. So, that's kind of what I get here. Well, here you go. With the Five of Cups, you have the Lovers thinking about love. So, again, I wouldn't let love kind of like dominate your attention at this time. Although I do feel that there could be love coming in for you. Again, I'm cheating a little bit. This summer is really good, I feel, for people for love. So, if you want it, definitely an opportunity for you. I'm wondering if you're unsure of a person, like if you meet a person and you're not sure, or maybe you're basing this off of past experiences. And as I always say, just pay attention to the evidence. What's happening with this person? Are they putting in the work? Are they actually doing what they say, or are they not? Or are they acting weird or something else? It's like every relationship, I don't regret any relationship I've been in, but every single time when I don't listen to myself, I regret it, right? It's like I don't regret the relationship. I think people who say that are babies. It's like, no, you didn't. No, you don't. There were probably good things in every relationship, even the bad ones. So no, you don't regret it. But what I would say here is that, I think you don't want to have regrets in a future connection. And this is basically saying, can you pay attention to the things that you didn't see the first time, right? But again, also listen to your inner voice, because again, I guarantee you're a Pisces. You probably get that feeling that something isn't right and you need to trust it. And also, you don't have to leave the person. You can call it out. You can communicate about it and see what's up, because it might be nothing, right? With the Six of Wands, you have the Hermit. Yes, it's time for you to shine your inner light. I told you. He has climbed to the top of the mountain. He has a star in his lantern. The whole point of the Hermit is that he has to come down from the mountain. He has gone through a dark night of the soul the past 8 years, or whatever it is for you, Pisces. You've learned a lot, and now it's time for you to show off, But we're talking about in a healthy way here. We're talking about by being an example for other people. Again, with Pluto in Aquarius, in November, it's going to move into Aquarius officially. Again, I think that I always think of the Ultimate Warrior quote is the example I always give, which is, don't instruct people, inspire people, or don't, inspire people, don't instruct people, which I don't know which way it goes. But, what I would say here is it's better to be an inspiration, just living your life and, doing the things you say, being a person of your word is all that matters. If you say something, do it, right? Put it into practice. And that's it. That's all you need to do. With the Nine of Swords, I'm wondering if you were, if this was a past connection here, I'm wondering if it was just immature. Not that the person necessarily was immature, but just maybe the situation just wasn't, to use a cliche saying, the timing wasn't right. So it kind of looks like an immature type of thing in the past. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Five of Cups. I knew the Five of Cups was going to come up here again, because I was really feeling that Knight of Wands was saying that you don't want to get into something again where a person is inconsistent, so I feel a lot of you are kind of like saying, do I want to just be single, or, do I want to give a new person a chance? I would definitely encourage you to take the risk. I mean, even the Five of Swords, the positive thing about the Five of Swords is that it can represent taking a risk, and it's like a positive risk as well. So there could be a risk that you're taking, like on a person or on a situation. I think it would be worth it. With the Five of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. So as long as you're working together with a person, then I think things could turn out really nicely. Three of Pentacles, they are working towards a common goal. These Three Pentacles right here, and they've built something of quality as well. So again, I think as long as you're focusing on that, you'll be fine. I also feel like you could be getting a lot of attention at work. Here you go. With the Moon, you have the Ace of Cups. Yes, I think you need to, balancing both sides, the wild side and the domestic side, balancing those things out. The Moon also says that you need to approach situations without emotional armor. We have this lobster right here, and a lobster can't really walk around on land. On the moon card, it says that maybe you have some boundaries up or you're putting up your emotional armor. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, it kind of says you have to let your guard down to be with a person. You have to be, you have to be somewhat open. That doesn't mean you can't have boundaries, but, you do have to open up. And again, I do feel there's like a new love offer here, clearly. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Justice card. This is the tennis match of love, as I love to say. It's like you hit the ball to them, you wait for them to hit the ball back to you. As long as as long as there's equal give and take, good back and forth between the two of you, keep going. But don't, I think that Knight of Wands could also be that, Pisces falls in love very quickly. So I think that for some of you, maybe you've had a habit of, rushing right into something. I think this is saying, enjoy the process. Take your time. Don't rush right in to get your clothes off with this person or anything like that. Take your time, see what happens, and, kind of allow them. And I would also say allow them to give. I think Pisces are also guilty of, being overgivers. So let this person overgive to you and, see what happens. I also feel there's like positive money karma here. With the Six of Cups, you have the Magician. Yeah, because you attracted all this, right? It's like you want this because you've attracted it into your life. And I feel a lot of you, have attracted something really great. He's pointing to this card that you can't see way over here. So I'm going to take this top card. It says Mystic Circle, your abilities will be enhanced. So trust your intuition as well. Again, if your intuition tells you something isn't right with a person, it probably isn't right. If someone, if you feel good about a person, then it probably is right. But again, trust the evidence as well, right? You have this door. It says opportunities are waiting for you. Queen of Wands, being in balance, speaking up, growing teeth, sharing your opinions, not staying in situations that are going nowhere in all areas of your life. That's where the success is going to come from for you. And also kind of attacking opportunities head on. I think that the problem for you also is maybe people saying like, oh, that's not a good opportunity when it is. So listen to yourself. You have this Yoke card that says feeling tied down and frustrated. Again, Queen of Wands is going to set you free. I really feel that. I'm cheating because, again, the astrology. I think with Saturn and Pisces as well, I think we really, really have to go for things. We really have to, put in the effort and move towards our inspirations. We have to break out of old patterns as well. But not only that, it's like, how do you want to be seen in the future, literally, right? Like, what do you want? How do you want people to see you? And then you need to start living that life. And if you do that, then you'll be very happy. You have this butterfly. It says a change for the better. I do feel there is a change for the better coming. You have this crib. It says a birth or conception of a child or an enterprise. So you could be starting something new. Again, if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would be careful. But, there's been a lot of fertile energy this year. And you have this turkey. It says someone behaving stupidly. I would be careful of a past person trying to knock you off your square. But other than that, this looks amazing, Pisces. I love it. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.